welcome back. Now we're sitting with Claire Carpenter from My Therapist Says, and you are here to talk about just how to mentally prepare for the changing of the seasons, especially as we lose more and more and more daylight and the weather gets colder and colder and colder. And with the conversation we had before the show, I noticed that it's very much about the intentionality, like very specific. So where would you say is the first thing that people should focus on?
Yeah, exactly. So I would start focusing on pinpointing exactly what that is so hard about winter for you. So is it the length? You know, we experience a really long winter up here in Minnesota. So is it purely the length? Like for me, it's the month of March. I could just get rid of that month, honestly. So how could we bring some intentionality to that month and making it easier? Is it the lack of light? So the darkness? Is it the cold itself? And how can we be
the cold for me?
Yeah, right. How can we be more intentional about preparing for the cold?
And I feel like, you know, another one of the aspects that you had mentioned before is warmth, you know, and I feel like, you know, when we're talking about warmth, you know, like, yes, you know, like there's like the warm layers, but there's also like that, and I feel like most people here in Minnesota and Iowa, it's more so like there's like a warmth that people have to kind of like being open to other people's warmth, you know, like we're all going through this together.
Yeah, and that's one thing too I think about winter is that in the summer and the spring, it's a lot easier to get together with friends. You know, it's warm outside, so you're going to the pool, you're going to the lake, you know, seeing all of these people, and then all of a sudden it's cold and dark, and we go work and go home. And so bringing some intentionality and feeling that warmth from other people, and taking some time to spend time with the people you find are warm and are fun to spend time with. So
yeah, finding creative ways to still enjoy living in Minnesota is hard sometimes. So people just journaling, is that kind of what you want people to do? Yeah,
journaling can be a great tool, especially to once you've pinpointed that, okay, this is the hardest part for me, the length, the light, the darkness, and the warmth, then maybe making a plan. Okay, if the light is the part that's really hard for you, dealing with the darkness. So being intentional about even going outside for 10 minutes and spending some time in the sunshine, or, you know, when you get home to a dark house, maybe it's just leaving a lamp on, or bringing some twinkle lights out, you know, for longer than just the holiday season. So bringing some intentionality to that lightness.
Yeah, I know for me, it's one of the things that I combat the winter is I love having plants, you know, just I need to see green, and if I see green, it's like, okay, like winter doesn't last forever, like winter's not, but you are you're hosting an event. Is it this week?
Yes, it's this Thursday at Sticks and Stones from 6 to 7:30, and you can get your ticket at eventbrite.com.
Yeah, what can people expect at that event?
So at that event, we're again just going to bring that intentionality around preparing for winter. So it's October, we know it's coming. Sometimes we can feel ourselves kind of bracing for winter almost. So planning ahead and bringing some intentionality of getting out that warm weather or cool weather clothes that are so warm and cozy, and then planning ahead with events and maybe vacations and
yes, things to look forward to always helps.
Yeah, exactly, big time. So that's the event. It's going to be so fun.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And where can people find you?
They can find me on Instagram at My Therapist Claire Says, or by my website is mytherapistsays.org.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Claire, and we will be right back.